Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn sculpture studies, today the Maois. After we've done it, we're gonna do squat training. And if you participate in the squat training, then it's better your honest. Now, this is your double page to Polynesia or Polynesians, and they are mentioned these Maois, and we want to now focus on these sculptures, these Maois, these statues. And let's go through the text and look where we have information to it. Now, Polynesians are people who live on many islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, from Hawaii to Eastern Island and New Zealand, where the Eastern Islands mentioned. So in the middle of the Pacific, between, if you have the world map separated somewhere else, between North America and Asia, or Southern America and Australia. There are 10,000 islands in Polynesia and the rest of the Eastern Pacific with hundreds of different cultures and languages, each with its own history. So this region of Polynesia and the Eastern Islands are somewhere as well. Many Polynesian islands may well have been first settled 40,000 years ago by people from Southeast Asia. So from Southeast Asia, down there would be Australia, and then west of east of Australia there are Fiji, and then Samoa, Tonga, and then Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, the Marcus Island also, and then there are the Eastern Islands and Hawaii, and then further on there would be North America and South America. Fascinating fact: the biggest Maui statue on Eastern Island are up to 12 meters tall and weigh 90 tons. That is the information we're looking for. 12 meters high, 90 tons, and they are up to, we're going to say it in our presentation about the Maois, they are up to 12 meters high and weighing up to 90 tons. A second wave of migrants moved east from Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga to the Marcus Island 2,000 years ago. In the canoes, the settlers took crops, coconuts, jams, towers and breadfruit, and livestock, pigs and chicken. Every island developed its own style of wood carving. What do we hear for the statues? About 400, the new Polynesians moved on to Hawaii and Eastern Island. Eastern Islanders created strange stone statues called Maois, carved with stone tools because they had no metal. Okay, these Maois are on the Eastern Islands, pretty much in the center of the Pacific Ocean, between Australia, Asia, Northern America, and Southern America. Pretty much in the middle there are the Eastern Islands, and there were the Polynesian people. Yes, the Polynesian people. Polynesia is a region of thousands of islands in the center of the Pacific. They were then around 400 after Christ did they move there, and they started then to do out of, I never get the name right, stone tools. It is called stone tools. Stone tools. Out of stone tools, these Maui statues. They had no wood. No, they had wood. Because they had no metal. They had no metal. They had no metal. They had stone. They had stone tools. The settlers crossed the ocean in small double canoes and boats called outriggers. That's not us here. There are about 600, that is for us. There are about 600 huge stone Maui statues on Eastern Island, and they are on platforms called ahus. No one knows what they were used for. Okay, we're having here these statues. These are a few of these Maui statues. There are 600 of them on the Eastern Islands, in the center of the Pacific, and they were done by the Polynesian people, or by Polynesian people living on Eastern Island. They started to live there after they've come with migration from eastwards from Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa to Eastern Islands in outriggers and double canoes, and they did that then, and some of them are up to 12 meters high and weigh 90 tons. And these statues are called Maois. The biggest Maui statues, Maois, I think we can say both. I would not guess Maui is singular, Maui is plural. And the platform on which we are standing is called ahus. Okay, I think we have it all. Let's just try to start our presentation, and if it doesn't work, we're going to do it again. So I have a second camera, which I'm going to start on. And let's just look. Let's use just the actual video as preparation. The Maois. The Maois are statues on the Eastern Islands. The Eastern Islands are in the center of the Pacific. So here's Australia, and then Asia, and then North America and South America, and pretty much in the center, somewhere where also Hawaii is, there are the Eastern Islands. And there are the people of Polynesia living, and they came about 400 after Christ in double canoes and outriggers eastwards from Southern Asia first, and then from Fiji, and then Tonga, Samoa, eastwards over the course of a couple of hundred and thousands of years. And then 400 after Christ, they moved also to Hawaii and the Eastern Islands. And now, where did they do these Maois statues? And these are stone statues, and they were done with stone tools, they had no metal. And some of these statues are up to 12 meters high and weighing 90 tons, and they're standing on platforms called ahus, and there's 600 of them. And that is according to Maois Scales, World History, page 96 and 97. Maybe I could have described them a little bit more. Okay, we have it. I'm going to stop the camera. And that was already the sculpture studies. Now, if you have sculpture studies, you can go directly to the next part of sculpture studies. We will do now the squat training. If you stay and participate in the squat training, that's very honest. One leg up and bring the point of the foot down. And bring the foot up and down. Let's turn it also. And in the other direction. And the other leg up. Point the foot on to the ground. And bring the foot up and down. Up and now turn it. And into the other direction. And now to the side. The train stop. For those who are going forward, emphasis on the inner side of the leg. And to the other side. And now the mentis from side to side. And now a few lunges. We just come in front and back. And now the other leg. And the last 2 times. Now 2 squats. 12 squats. Legs wide apart and go down. First one. And up again. Then the second one. And number 4 and 5. Now the 6 and 7 and the 8 and the 9 and 10 and the last 2, 11 and 12. And now the 6-pack squat squeeze. Down into quarter squat and press at the top of the leg against the leg. Just with one arm. And on the other side. And down into half squat and press at the middle of the leg. And on the other side. Down into 3/4 squat and press close to the knee. And the other side. And up again. And now the fastest you have water pond. Down into 3/4 squat, press against the knee and go towards the knee. And on the other side. Press against the knee and go towards it. Again. And again. Last 2. And the last exercise, the propeller. Legs wide apart, we're going down into full squat, arms to the side, arm to one side, press against the leg, and look up. To the middle, to the other side, press against the leg, and look up to the leg. And up. And now walk on the place. And let's do again the mushroom, one leg up, point the foot down. The other leg up, point the foot down. Now crane. Take the leg at the ankle, make it straight back, and point the knee down to the ground. And the other leg. Take it at the ankle, make it straight back, point the knee down to the ground. And into the middle. Legs wide apart, and breathe in. And out. And out. Breathe in, close the legs. And breathe out. Let's go to squat training. I thank you very much, and until next time.